Greetings! Welcome to my World of Tanks video. So, I had a conversation with my friend, the Fish Man, and he was talking to me about getting a pack of black cards, which is the 17 plus 5 bonus cards. So 22 total cards. And so we had a conversation. He did it before. He had a fantastic result. And I told him, I go, man, that last one he got 5 tanks out of 22, which was just more than double the expectations. I told him that was one of the greatest card pulls I've ever seen in this game. It was that good. And so I told him there's no way. I mean, I agreed with him. He said he can't match that again. I'm like, that's true. There's no way you could do it. Statistically, it's not possible. Well, it is, but it's like lottery, astronomical high odds. Because in the cards, there's a 10% chance that the card you get has a tank. Well, when you get 22 cards, the math tells you it's pretty basic. 2.2 cards, 2.2 tanks is what you expect. Well, you don't get 0.2 tanks. You either get 2 or 3 in that regard. So the average would be 2 tanks out of that most of the time. If you did it 10 times, you'd get 2 tanks 10 times. I mean, 8. Yeah, I think you'd get 2 tanks like 8 times. And you'd get 3 tanks, maybe 2. I believe that's correct. But it's something like that. It's weighted. 2.2 means you're weighted. You're going to get 2, 2, 2, 2. Some guy will pull 3. 2, 2. It's really not good odds to get more than 2. That's why I said it was so phenomenal when he got 5. Hey, it's gambling. I always tell people, you get a great deal for buying those cards, but it's still technically gambling for tanks, okay? That's what you're doing. So, and he knew that, and I know that he knows that, but I always want to be upfront and say, hey, it's gambling. That way, no one can say, hey, man, you told me to do this, and you'll be guaranteed. I didn't tell anybody any guarantees ever. I always say, hey, these are cool. This is fun stuff, but you're an adult. You're a grown man. This is gambling. And just be aware that's what it is. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's only wrong if you misuse it. He was low, as you can see, 5,500. He had bought some stuff. So his gold is low, and he's looking to get more gold in advance of the upcoming season, okay, December the 7th, a date which will live in infamy. But so there's a need for him to get this gold, and the reason that he went for black is because, and I asked him, how many of those prize tanks do you have already? He's got 300 premium tanks. And because he's been doing this for years ahead of everybody else. He's ahead of me by probably, I've been playing the game, but while I was playing the game, he was gold farming back in the day, 5 years at least ahead of me on the gold farming. So he's got 300, premium tanks. And I asked, how many do you have? He said he had 14. He had every premium tank in the stash of the black card payout prizes except one. I'm like, man, the odds right then and there will tell you those are a go. That you're going to get good, better than average results than the normal guy like me. I have the black cards. I have 2 or 3 of those prizes. So it was like, okay. I mean, I know that anything he gets is going to be, the odds were like 94% that any tank he pulls is a match, and his free gold goes directly to his account. He'll get credited the full value for that tank. So that was the premise. So he bought the whole thing, as you see, 22 cards, and he recorded it for me so we could have the video and you could see the results of what he did and what he got. Now, look at it from your own perspective. He pulls tanks. Do you have those tanks? And I'll mention those when he pulls them. You know, if I got this result, if I got these packs, the reason I don't buy black packs at this moment is because I have 2 or 3 of the tanks. And I'll tell you up front, I don't have the ones he got. So, hey, fine, I would have gotten them, but I wouldn't have gotten 0 bonus gold. And that's where the difference comes in. His bonus gold is what makes it a great deal for him. A better deal, it makes it a better result for him than it would for me, and most likely for you. Unless the tanks he got are ones you go, ooh, I would like to have that. Well, you might, or you might not. Now, I like to have them for future refund purposes, even if I wouldn't play it. So I'm not counting that. I'm saying, would you like to own this and play this tank? There's a lot that I do own and I don't use because they're just, I don't care. So this is the structure that we're dealing with. So let's go and see what he got, shall we? All right. The jackpot machine is in business. 275 gold is the lowest you'll get in a card. $525, awesome. Plus, he always loves free experience because he knows what it's good for, trading for other tanks. Another 525 with 400 experience, another solid result. But remember, the base you can get is 275, so 525 is fantastic. Basic gold, 10,000. Basic silver, and 1 day of premium, but he has 400 days of premium. He doesn't really need those, but they're still good. Oh, KV 220-2. Now this tank is a 1,500 gold tank, and so he got 1,775, which was the 275 for the gold plus 1,500 for the tank. A killer 4 times booster, the 275 gold, and another premium day. Again, basic gold. Silver booster times 2 is very good. They're pretty rare. They don't even sell them in the store. They're that good. So again, basic gold, 3 times 3 boosters. That's not bad. Not great, but that's, near the bottom end. But that's why they cost more. There you get more gold. 525, terrific. 50,000 silver, always useful. Minimum gold again, 1,000 free experience, which is good. What is this? Minimum gold times 3 boosters, three of those, which is good. Except for him, he's got a bunch of them. He doesn't use them. Everybody's different. Oh, 525 gold. Very good. Minimum gold, 2 boosters, and 1,400 free experience, which is nice. Again, minimum gold, 100,000 silver, plus 1 triple booster. Bonus, 510 gold, 100 grand, and a free card. So he's got 1 bonus card right there. That always helps. Make it 2 bonus cards, exact same card, 500 gold and 100,000 silver. So you got 2 bonus cards in reserve, which is sweet. Minimum gold, 50 grand silver, 1,400 XP. That makes him happy. It'd make me happy too, to be honest. Another 525. He's got a lot of 525 golds, which is awesome. I told him, I have my fingers crossed for you that you get good stuff. Oh, yeah, Terrapin. This is a 9,700 gold tank. This is the top tank in the black cards. So that's a score right there. Another 525. You really did well. I have not seen that many 525 golds in like a long time. 775 gold, jackpot. $525 gold. Man, that's a lot. So, what is this now? Another minimum gold, 1,400 experience, and 2 of the triple boosters. Okay, now 2 bonus cards. Another 525 gold. Man, he really raked it in, I'm telling you. I think that's all right. That is it. So, super awesome. So what happened here, hang on a second. All right, this is the British Terrapin Mark 1, Tier 8 Tank Destroyer. This is the top card tank in the Black Series for this season, the Awakened season, which is Halloween 2022. So this Tank Destroyer is the top card available in the set. Like I said, 9,700 gold for this bad boy. And this is the thing that makes your day. Now, if you would have, you look at this. He got this tank. He also got the KV220-2, which is a Tier 5 heavy. It's a solid tank. It's like 1,500 gold. So he got exactly the average that we expected. 2 tanks this time. And the question you have to ask yourself, and I told him this, I said, the question you got to ask yourself is, you're expecting to get 2. How will that make you feel? If you get 2 decent ones, okay? And so, but he needed the gold, so it was like, didn't, have much of a problem there. He was gambling that he would get, 1 or 2 good results. He got, the Tier 5 is pretty low, 1,500 gold, which is still good. I never complain on a 1,500 gold refund. Heck, I don't complain if I get a 950 gold refund. Gold is gold. But now, hey, we all hope to do better. So he did well. He got just under, I know this is going to sound crazy, but remember, he got 2 bonus cards. So he had 24 total cards. He got just under 21,000 gold. And if you're aware, in the store, if you buy gold, $50 of gold cost you $50 will give you 12,000 gold. So he had 8,000 more, so that would be 2/3 of $50, which is what, 34. So he had about $84 worth of gold for $50. Plus tax, 50. He paid 54. So $54. He got about $85 worth of gold. Jackpot? Anyone? He's definitely got. He basically bought for what happens if you spend $50 on gold versus the cards that he got. You would get 12,000 gold. He's sitting there. Now, this is him. This is not me, and this is not you. This is him because he had these tanks, and he had this guy, the most expensive one, which is the British Terrapin. Okay, so he got 9,700 refund for this. That's really the butt kicker. So I would have had this tank. I would have gotten this tank and kept it, versus he got a refund because he already had it. So if you spend $50, you get 12,000 gold. That's fine. That's what they sell it for. But we're gamblers, and we collect these tanks. And he bought black because he has 14 of the prizes. I have 14 of the 15 blue prizes. So I buy blues, getting a similar result. But his 21, it was like 20,500, which was a nasty stash. That more than covers his ultimate season for the next season, plus gold to buy whatever comes up, various items, tanks possibly, or commanders, special items. You never know. So that's the thing, that for myself, I would have gotten off of this. Well, he got, let me see, 9,700 plus 1,500. That's 11,200. So he got about 9,300 gold from the cards. So the cards gave him 9,300. That's what you or I would get if we would have bought that. We would have gotten 9,300 gold, which is, probably average, ballpark, maybe a little bit more than average, actually. So I think 9,300 is a little more than average. I don't remember. I haven't done all the work on that. But I did it and I forgot. So it's like, I think it's more than what you normally expect. So he did great on the gold. He did only average on the tanks, because it's just the numbers say, well, you'd expect to get 2 tanks. He had one low end and one high end, so he did really above average on the tanks. Okay, 11,200 is above average on tanks for sure, especially on the refunds. So he did better than average on tanks. He did he doubled the average of the free cards, or 5%. So he was expecting to get 1 free card. He got 2. So he did better than average barely on the gold. He did better than average on the free card, and he did better than average again, and maybe substantially better than average on his 2 refund tanks. And that is the key. That's where all the cash comes from. So his almost 21,000 gold for $54 is sick. It was really terrific. I'm thankful that he decided to send me the video so I could share it with you and explain to you what was going on, why he chose black cards versus blues. Now, like I said, if I chose black, I would have gotten 2 tanks. I don't have either one of those, and 9,300 gold, which isn't bad. Okay, but I don't choose black. I choose blue, because my last video that you saw of my cards, I got 5 tanks, 4 matches, and the one that I didn't match was that butt kicker Russian SU 12244, which was the second most expensive card in the set. I already had the most expensive, which is the Icebreaker. I was hoping to get an Icebreaker, because the Icebreaker is an 8,000 refund if I get one. I mean, I got one of those out of the cards, which was awesome, but I'm hoping in future, we got 2 more long hauls coming, starting tomorrow. And if I can get an Icebreaker in one of those, it's an $8,000 payoff. The odds are slim, I know, but a man can dream, can't he? So that's the thing, that if you would have gotten this, you'd have gotten the 9,300 plus the KV 220 plus the Terrapin, and most likely you don't have either of those tanks. But if you do, then that would have been a bargain for you. So that's the thing. You need to look at it and go, well, he did slightly above average on the gold. He did, above average on the tanks due to the refunds. But if you got those 2 tanks and kept them, it's like, dude, that's awesome. That was 11,200 worth of tanks that he kept, that he didn't pay 11,200 for. That's the key. And he said that this is an awesome tank destroyer, that this is worth owning, is basically what he told me. I don't have this one. Now I have others. I have my luck was that in one of my long haul cards, I got a tier 8 Heavy Metal Heroes ISU 130 Soviet Union tank destroyer. So, you know, it's actually more expensive than this one. But, you know, that doesn't really matter. It's like I have a butt kicker 8. This is a butt kicker 8. It's what, you know, how you would rank this. This is a butt kicker 8. Mine was a little more expensive, but it's just as good. So it's like once you have one of these, it's fine. They're all good. British, you know, American, German, Russian, whatever. I already have one, so I'm not worried about it. So it'd be fine if I had this, but I don't need it. Okay, I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying that I stick with blues because I get the matches. Like I said, I got 5 cards, 4 matches. Now, and I did great for blues. I ended up with a total of 14,000 gold. He crushed me with almost 21,000. But I say, hey, thumbs up to you, Fish. It was awesome. You know, celebrate your friend's success. You know, I was super happy with my blue set where I got 14,000. He was super happy with this, as he should be, and we were happy for him that he took the gamble. You know, the gamble is that he would do substantially less. What if he gets 2 KV, you know, 220s? Well, that would have cost him like 8,200 the difference. Okay, you see that his total from 20,500 would have gone down to like 12,000. Okay, and then that's like, So, like I said, it's a gamble. You know, you take your knowledge of what you have, and luckily for him, he knows me and my mathematical background and the statistics. I tell him exactly what the scenario is based on the stats. And so my other friends, they talk to me, and we have the discussions back and forth, you know, to weigh the options. Should we do this? Should we not do this? Whatever. Because we're grown-ups. We know what we're doing. And it's always nice to have someone who has experience. And we ask him for the fish man. We ask him for stuff all the time. He's got more experience in gold farming than we do. And so it's nice to get the perspective of someone who's like a professor. Okay. He really knows a lot about these tanks. So we ask him questions. He asks me questions. We are asking questions, across, in parties today. We were talking about this, just it was how fantastic it was. And just different things came up. So that's the thing. We're careful about all this because we want to try and make use of your contacts. If they have expertise in an area, contact them, find out what they say, good, bad, or whatever. So I gave him the whole deal, which you already knew, but it never hurts to just double check and make sure we're on the same page. I told him, 2 tanks, that's your expectations. Now he historically does better than average, and he did it again. So it's awesome to be that guy. And it's awesome to be the friend of that guy. It's like every time he gets cards, it's ridiculous. His luck is better than average, okay? And that's the thing. That's awesome, and we celebrate that. So I wanted to spread that to you guys, let you guys see what it's like. And it's just really fun stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed this card opening video extravaganza. Thanks for stopping by. Please like the video, subscribe, tell your friends. And I'll see you guys in the next one.